Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from the mini wargaming bunker in Welland, Ontario, Canada, where I will be fighting a 1,500-point battle between my Blips, aka my Genestealer Cult, and Steve's Orcs. That's right, that's Steve of Mountain Miniatures Wargaming fame, and you may also know him from a small channel called Mini Wargaming, but mostly from Mountain Miniature Wargaming. That's where you got to go check him out. Check out his channel. I'll have a link in the description below, but make sure you do it after you watch this video. Okay, of course. All right, so that's this. So we're gonna have a 1,500-point battle going on here. The story is that this was an orc planet, a mining facility that they had on this planet, getting up all of the materials they needed to make all of the gubbins that they needed for more DACA. Obviously, they had a whole bunch of human slaves on this planet doing their bidding for them, because how many orcs are going to be wanting to working in the mines? None of them. Make the stupid Ummies do it. So they had a whole bunch of slaves down in here, and it turns out that that group of slaves that they had in there were actually infested with a Genestealer Cult, and they suddenly found themselves having to fight back an uprising of the Genestealer Cult as a tendril of a hive fleet started to get creep closer to this planet. And neither side is really too upset about that, because dem orcs love them a fight. So that is the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing Decapitation. I think it's called Decapitation. Essentially, it's one of the missions from Chapter Approved 2018. It's one of the Maelstrom missions. Essentially, what happens is we have the 6 objectives around the table. Regular Maelstrom mission, you draw 3 cards. Every turn you draw 3 cards, up to 6 maximum. So you stop when you get up to 6, but you always draw 3 every turn. And on top of that, every time a character is killed, the person whose character was killed has to discard one of their active tactical objective cards. If their warlord is slain, they have to discard D3 of their tactical objective cards that are active. So it could really mess with your plans as you've been like setting up for a big payday, and suddenly that's gone. Should be kind of interesting. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running 2 battalion detachments. Leading off the first detachment, we have a Patriarch and a Primus. We have 3 5-man Acolyte hybrid squads. One squad has 2 sets of demo charges. We have a Kellermorph, a Locust, and a Sanctus. We have 2 Goliath Rock Grinders with clearance incinerators and cache of demo charges. For the second battalion detachment, leading it off, we have a Magus and an Acolyte Icon Ward. We have 3 10-man Brood Brothers squads. One squad has 2 flamers, and one squad has a grenade launcher. We have a Biophagus. And last but not least, we have 2 squads of Aberrants. Both are 8-man squads. One squad has picks and a Hypermorph with a heavy improvised weapon, and one has hammers. And then for the Orcs, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have an Orc Warboss with a Power Claw, the Gobstop Blunderbuss, and an Attack Squig. And we have 2 Weird Boys. We have 3 10-man Shooter Boy squads. Each squad has a rocket, and the knobs in each squad have a combi rocket and a big choppa. We have a 30-man Slugga Choppa Boy squad with a Power Claw on the knob. We have 3 trucks with the Wrecking Ball upgrade. We have a Pain Boy. We have a 15-man Storm Boy squad with a big choppa on the knob. And last but not least, we have 2 gun wagons. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. We've got one of them, the gun wagon over here. We've got a truck inside of there, are the one of the 10-man Shooter Boy squads. We've got another 10-man Shooter Boy squad inside of this truck, as well as a Weird Boy. We have another one of the gun wagons over here. Inside of that is the other Weird Boy. We got the 30-man squad over here. In the middle of it, we got the War Boss and the Pain Boy. And over on the outskirts over here, we've got the other truck with the third 30-man squad inside. In Deep Strike Reserve, he has his 15-man Storm Boy squad. Going over deployment for the Genestealer Cult, Got nada. That's right. We got the blips. We got tons and tons of blips. So it should be interesting to see what happens. As of right now, the Genestealer Cult will be going first, unless Steve can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Oh, with the mountain! You kidding me? Oh, I thought I outlawed those dice on this channel, Steve. Oh, feel bad about yourself. That's what I said. All right, so I guess it's Orcs turn 1. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn. All right, so Steve has drawn Defend Objective 1, Defend Objective 6, and Secure Objective 6. Objective 6 is back over here with the fill first, of course. And number 1 is back over here. Nowhere near any of his guys. So it should be interesting to see how this all plays out. So we will come back to you now after movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 1. This truck back over here, backed up, beep, beep, to get the objective over here. These guys all advanced up here, including the Orc, the War Boss, and the Pain Boy. Over here, all of his vehicles moved up over this way, but didn't advance. They just moved up this way. A little hesitant, not trying to figure out where the heck all of my stuff is back over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you after the revealing phase. And up pop Genestealer. So I've got my Brood Brother squad back over here on the objective. I've got my Rock Grinder over here with a 5-man squad inside. I spent 1 CP for meticulous planning, which allowed me to move 3 of the blips 12 inches. So I moved one of them back over this way so that they could be out of line of sight from all of his trucks over there. And I moved another one up over here so that my Patriarch could join along with them. I then put another truck over here, Rock Grinder over here with a squad, the 5-man squad with the demo charges inside. And I placed my Sanctus over here. The other squad of Aberrants, I spent 1 CP to return them to underground, so they are going to be underground. But when he pops up, I can do a perfect ambush, which will allow for free when he's placed on the table. So he is going to now shoot as though it's the shooting phase. All right, so he is going to fire his sniper rifle into his Pain Boy over here. So I'm going to roll hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4 on him as well. So looking for a 4 to wound. No, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. All right, so starting off the shooting phase now because all of his Psychers are inside of vehicles. His gun wagon here is going to fire his 4 big shooters into my Brood Brothers over here. So these are going to be hitting on 6s, right?
5s.
Oh, hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, we'll roll ones.
Oh, reroll 1s because he's bad moods, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, bad moods. So yeah, he did just as well as my sniper.
Wow.
All right, so now these 2 trucks are both going to be firing their big shooters into my Brood Brothers squad back here. So it's 5 big shooters that are now firing. We're just going to do it all together because those are the only targets they really have. So these are going to be hitting on 5s. Oh, a bit better that way. So reroll those 1s. Okay, that's pretty good there. And now he's got 3 6s for more DACA. So reroll the 1 on the big DACA. Nope, there we go. So 1 into a 1. At least you didn't spend CP for it. Here we go. These are going to be strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 AP, nothing. So they're going to be 4 up saves since they are in cover. And I failed 2 of them. And this truck over here is going to fire his big shooter into them over here. Getting 2 hits, but not bad. 2 wounds. No saves. All right, so that's the end of the Orcs' turn here on turn 1. We do have 1 leadership to take over here. They lost 4 guys, so 4 plus 2 is 6. They are good to go. So that is it for the Orcs. We'll figure out the points that he scored. What did you score? You scored
6.
He secured 6, and he started on Defend Objective 6. So probably going to get that on my turn. Are you going to get rid of 1? He's going to get rid of Secure. He's going to get rid of it. So he's going to get rid of Secure Objective 1 just to make some room for himself. So that is going to be it for the Orcs here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase. Oh no, with the cards drawn for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, so I drew defend objective 6, defend objective 2, and spring the trap, which is score a victory point if I come out of cult ambush, or D3 if they also destroy something. Objective 2 is right back here in the orc lines, as is 6. So it doesn't look like I'm getting any points this turn. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. My Rock Grinder moved up over this way looking on them. My Patriarch advanced around over this way looking on them. My Brood Brothers stayed back there on the objective. These guys moved up around this way looking on them as well. These guys moved up over here looking on them, and my Sanctus stayed still where he was. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, psychic phase. My Patriarch is going to cast Mental Onslaught onto his truck over here. So looking for a 6 to go off. That goes off with a 10. So now we're going to have a contested leadership test. I've got leadership 10. He has leadership 6. So here we go. Rolling. Oh. Rolls a 6. I roll a 4. Well, on the first one, it doesn't, the 6 is not going to get him. So I still beat him on this first one, so he takes a mortal wound. We looked up, they have the ramshackle rule, which would be ignoring wounds on 6s.
Well, or reduce damage to 1.
Reduce damage to 1, but it's only when it's an attack. So we don't think it, I don't think it's an attack, it's a psychic power. So we're just going to go with that. So he takes 1 mortal wound, and we continue now with our roll. 2 and 2, so he takes a second mortal wound. 4 and a 4, so he takes another mortal wound. 2 and 3 takes another mortal wound. And the 6 will end it right there. Even though I got higher, FAQ says that ends right over there. So, taking a bunch of mortal wounds, not bad. I'll take it. All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to start over here with my Rock Grinder. He's going to fire into his, everything into his truck over here. So we're going to start with the Clearance Incinerator. So it's going to be 2d6 auto hits. Getting 8 hits, not bad. All right, so we got 8 hits here. These are strength 5, toughness 6, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds, AP -1.
4 to 5.
4 or 5 ups. Makes 1, fails 1. And we've got the heavy stubber that's going to be firing into him. That's going to be 2 hits because it's -1 to hit because of moving. No wounds. All right, so now this Rock Grinder is going to fire his Clearance Incinerator into dem boys over there. So it's going to be 2d6 auto hits. Ooh, getting 9 hits. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Ooh, that was not great. In fact, that was awful. So 4 at AP -1 is going to be... Ignores the armor, but he's got a pain boy there. So he's got a 6 up, feel no pain? No, so 4 are going to be dead. And now the heavy stubber is also going to fire into there. On 5. Whoa. Sanctus is going to fire into the pain boy back over there. So hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a toughness 4. So wounding on a 4. All right, Sanctus. We need to talk about what kind of ammo are you putting in the sniper rifle? Put away the Nerf darts. Put in the real ones. We're ready for really, really shooting things. Come on. Come on. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, my Rock Grinder is going to charge into his truck over here. So Overwatch, getting a hit, rerolling, not in the shoot. It's only in the shooting phase.
Yeah.
All right, only in the shooting phase. So that's 1 hit, strength.
Another shot.
But he gets another shot because of Daka. Nope.
And strength 5.
Strength 5. So looking for a not a 1. So his charge distance needs an 8-inch charge to get in over here. Oh, he's not in. All right, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll this. It's a 50-50 chance. Yeah, and he's in. Woo! All right, so now these guys are going to charge into here. Because they are Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor, and this is the first turn, they get +1 inch to this charge here. So this is going to be looking for a 7-inch charge to get in, because they would need an 8-inch charge, but they get +1, so looking for 7 on the dice. Oh, so close. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the charges. Now we're going to get into the fight phase. We're going to start with my Rock Grinder. Because he charged and has the Dozer Blade there, he gets D3 additional attacks, plus an additional 2 attacks there. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Getting pretty good there. These are going to be exactly statistical. I take that. Strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, boy, we got 4 wounds at AP -3. All right, so it's actually AP -2. My bad there. So these are going to be 4 6-up saves, making 2 of them. All right, so now each of these, he has ramshackle rules, so you'll roll each 6 on that, becomes a 1, and that's going to be D3 damage for 1 as well. So he takes 2 damage. All right, so now his truck is going to attack back into me here. So it's, what is it?
D3 attacks with the wrecking ball.
D3 attacks with the wrecking ball. 1 attack with the wrecking ball.
5s.
5s. No hit there. All right, so now my opponent's going to spend 1 command point on boarding action, which will allow all of the guys inside here to attack my trucks. So we're going to go with the regular boys first. So it's going to be 9 attacks here, hitting on 3s. They each get 1 attack is what it comes down to. Strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 4 wounds there. AP nothing, right? So 4, 3, woo. All right, so 4-up armor save. Making 3 of those, I'll take that. And then a 6-up rugged construction ignoring wounds. With the filthers, woo! All right, so now we have the big chopper from the knob.
3s.
3s to hit, nope. And then the 1 attack from the weird boy.
Also 3s.
Also 3s, that's a hit.
5s.
So looking for 5s to wound. No wound. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 1. I scored 0 points, and neither of us got first strike. But my opponent did get finished up getting defend objective 6 over there. And I'm going to get rid of something. No, I'm going to leave it for now, even though I'm probably, well, I've got guys places. Who knows? So we'll hold on to it for now. So that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Orcs. All right, so my opponent drew Supremacy, Psychological Warfare, and Blood and Guts. So all pretty doable things against the Genestealer Cult, especially as Orcs. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 2. This truck moved up over this way after the boys inside got out. The boys got out of here, as well as his weird boy jumping up over that direction. This gun wagon moved back over here to get better line of sight and pull back a bit. This guy also backed up a bit to get some line of sight. He kind of pulled around the corner over this way, and all of these guys advanced up this way, rolling a 1, spend a command point to re-roll that charge, that advance back into a 1. So, as they are wont to do. And then at the end of the phase, boom, in come the Storm Boys, looking at my poor sniper, who literally has done nothing wrong to you all game. And he wants to keep it that way. So that's going to be it for the movement phase here for the Orcs. So we'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so starting off, his weird boy is going to smite into my aberrants over here. So that's going to go off and perils. There's nothing I can do about it because he gets +2 to that roll, so it's a 12. So that does perils. So it's going to be doing D6, but let's see if he's well, he's going to survive.
Yeah,
so D3 to himself first. You're supposed to do it.
1. Takes
1 damage over here, and now D6 to my dude bros. Doing 2 damage. So that's 2.
That's unacceptable.
That's unacceptable. So going to spend a command point to re-roll that into a 2 again. Is that one acceptable, or do you want to try to break the rules again? That feels much more acceptable to him. So, so he's got 2 mortal wounds, 2 5-up. Feel no pains. I feel both of them with 1s. How's that feel? Is that better? Now I rolled 1s to make you feel better. 1 guy's dead. All right, this squad over here is going to fire into my aberrants because of everything that's in the way over there. 1 shooter can see.
And the 2 rockets.
And the 2 rockets. So here we go.
Rockets.
The rockets first.
No
hits there, and then the shooter. No hits there as well. All right, they're going to do the same thing, which means that only 2 of the rockets and 1 shooter is going to shoot into my guys. Oh, I'm just kidding. Everyone's going to shoot over here. We'll go with the 2 rockets first. Oh, of course they do. 2 hits and a Daka. So just 2 hits there. Strength 8. So looking for 2s to wound. That is 2 wounds. AP
-2.
AP -2 is going to go straight through their armor of 5-up. So that is going to go, what is it, 3 damage apiece?
Yeah.
Straight 3 damage. So it goes, gets reduced down to 2 damage.
No. Yes, sorry.
Yes. So it gets reduced down to 2 damage because of the Aberrant's special ability there. So it's going to be looking for 5-up, feel no pains. Making 1 of them, failing 1 of them. And then the other one, the next one, making 1, failing 1. So that's just going to be the 1 guy dead. And now all the shooters firing.
Ooh, 5s.
5s.
Roll them 1s.
Rerolling the 1s because of the bad moons. So it's going to be 2 hits plus a Daka. Nope, nothing there. So there's going to be strength 4. So looking for 4s to wound. No wounds. All right, so now my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on more DACA for his wagon here to fire into my dude bros over here. So he is going to be, basically it'll allow him to hit on 5s and 6s, but get extra shots on 5s and 6s as well. So
With big gun.
big gun first.
2d6 shots.
2d6 shots, so 7 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s, like we said. Getting 2 hits, reroll the 1 because of bad moons. 3 hits and 3 big DACAs. 3 more DACAs. Oh, that's how you do that. Good. There we go. Strength 8. So looking for 2s to wound. That's going to be 4 wounds over here. AP
-2.
-2 is going to go straight through. 2 damage. So this becomes 1 damage apiece now. So 4 5 up ignoring wounds. Making 1 of those. So 1.5 guys are dead. And now all the big shooters are going to fire into them as well. Ooh, lots of 6s there. Lots of 6s there. Reroll that 1.
Oh, goodness.
Pretty good. So that's going to be 6, 7 more DACAs. Getting reroll the 1s. So that's another 2 from that. Pretty good. These are going to be strength 5. So looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, okay. So 3 of those. AP nothing. So looking for 5 up armor saves. Making 1 of those, and then 5 up, ignoring wounds. Ignoring both of those! Woo! All right, so now this gun wagon's gonna fire into my dude bros as well over here. Apparently he doesn't like them. I don't know why. So we're gonna find out. Big gun's firing. That's gonna be 7 shots again. I think he had 7 shots last time. That's interesting. That's like it's meant to be. So these are gonna be hitting on 5s, but not getting the big DACA.
Yep.
The DACA. I don't know why I keep calling it big DACA. So nothing on those reroll of 1s, so it's just going to be the 1 hit.
On 2s.
That's going to be a wound. AP -2 goes straight through.
Yep.
Becomes, and it's straight 3 damage, straight 2, so then it's just going to be 1. 5 up, feel no pain since it's reduced by 1. Yeah, that's right with that feel first. All right, so now the big shooters are going to fire into them as well, and we're just going to add the big shooters from this truck since it doesn't make a difference anyway, and they're all going to be shooting the same target. So let's just get it over with.
5s.
Hitting on 5s, rerolling the 1s because of bad moons.
Ooh, look at these 6s.
So that is going to be 4 more DACAs. Getting another hit there, which is pretty good. Reroll that 1. These are now going to be looking for a strength 5, right? So 3s to wound. Ooh, that's how you do that. So that's going to be 6 of those. So 6, 5 up armor saves. Making 1 of those. These are now going to be looking for 5 up ignoring wounds. Oh, that one hurts. That's another 2.5 guys dead. All right, so now his storm boys are going to fire their pistols into my dude bro over there. So he's got 10 guys in range, hitting on 5s.
Ooh, let's do these 1s.
Reroll the 1s because of the bad moons. Again, you got 1 DACA. Okay, 2 hits.
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so 3s to wound, getting 1 wound. 5 up save because I forgot to put him in cover. But he makes it anyway. All right, so now the rockets from the boys inside here are going to shoot into my my truck over here. So these are going to be 2 shots, both hits with a DACA, but not getting an extra hit there. So these are strength 8, so 3s to wound, getting 2 wounds. AP -2, so looking for 2 6-up saves, showing them fill faces. Getting none of them fill faces, so that's going to be 3 damage. So that's going to be 6 total damage. Looking for 6-up rugged construction, ignoring wounds. Ignoring 1 of them, so taking 5. Now the Gobstop Blunderbuss is going to shoot into my dude bro over here. 2d6 shots. Ooh, 10 shots. Pretty good there. Auto hits on those. These are going to be strength 5, so they're going to be looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound. Okay, AP -1. So 5 up armor save. Yeah, with the filfers. And now the big shooter from his truck is going to fire into my vehicle over there. So that's going to be 1 hit. Oh, rerolling 1s because of bad moons.
And 5s.
And 5s. Nope, no wound there. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. His boys here are going to charge into my rock grinder. So I'm going to fire with the clearance incinerator first. 2d6 auto hits. Getting them 9 auto hits. All right, so strength 5, 3s to wound. Oh, real good. AP -1. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8 wounds here. AP -1, so that goes through their armor. So it's going to be 6 up, ignoring wounds because of his pain boy.
Dr. Feelbad is a
Ooh, he is a real bad doctor. He needs to go in front of the board to see if he needs his medical license revoked. And the heavy stubber. That's going to be 2 hits from the heavy stubber. I'll take that. With 1 wound on that one.
Feel no pain.
Feel no pain. Yeah, no, that's a dead guy.
Okay.
All right, so now he's also got the cash demo charges since I've got that squad inside there. So it's assault D6. That's going to be 1. Looking for a 6. That is a hit. So this is going to be wounding on a 2. That's wound there. AP enough to go through. So it's D3 damage. 1 damage. Dr. Feelgood.
He's a horrible doctor.
He is a bad doctor. All right, so here comes their charge. That's way in. All right, so now his boss is going to try to jump on in here. 9 inches is not going to get him in, so here we go. In. All right, so now his Storm Boys are going to charge into my Sanctus over here. So he's going to fire Overwatch on a 6. No hit there, so they need a 9-inch charge. Do not get it. Here we go. Not going to make it. All right, his truck over here is going to charge into my Goliath Rock Grinder. He's in. And now Dem Boys are going to charge into my truck as well. They're in. Dem Boys were charging in over here. My bad. All right, now these boys here are going to charge into both my truck and into my Aberrants over here. So their charge distance is in. All right, so he's actually going to Eerie go the 2. So now he made it into a 6, giving him a good old 12 inches to go. And now his Weird Boy is going to charge into my Aberrants over here. He's in. All right, so now at the beginning of the fight phase here, his boys over here are going to start us off. So we got 4 boys and a big chopper into my Aberrants. So we're going to do the 4 boys first. On 3s. Okay. And looking for 4s to wound. Strength 4, right? Yep. So that's going to be 3 wounds. No AP. So 5 up armor saves. Making 1 of those, and then 5 up ignoring wounds. Ignoring none of those, so another guy dead. And now the big chopper into my Aberrants. That's going to be 2 hits.
And 3s this time.
Strength, hit wounded on 3, so that's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1, so looking for 6 up armor saves. Making neither of those. 2 damage, which gets reduced down to 1, so feel no pains. I felt half a pain. And now these boys are going to attack into my truck.
3s.
Hitting on 3s, real good there. Looking for 5s. So that's going to be 3 wounds. AP nothing, so looking for 4 up armor saves. Making 1 of those, and then looking for 6 up ignoring wounds because of rugged construction. Nope, felt both of those. And now the Weird Boy is going to attack into my Aberrants over here. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Nice. All hits, really good. Strength 6, right? So yes. 1 wound over there. AP -1, right? So looking for a 6 up save. No, that's going to go through. So D3 damage. It's going to do 3 damage, which gets reduced down to 2 damage. So feel no pains. Making 1 of them, but that's still going to kill that guy. And now this boy squad's going to attack into my other squad over here, into my other truck. So they're going to consolidate in around my vehicle. So these are now going to be, what are we going to have? Like a billion D?
Yeah, we'll start with the power claw.
We'll start with the power claw over here.
So 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
And then
toughness? Toughness 7.
Okay,
so 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds. AP -3, so that's going to go straight through because I've only got 4 up armor save. So the damage, D3 each. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4 damage to him. 4, 6 up, ignoring wounds because of rugged construction. I ignored none of them, down to 1 wound. All right, so now we're going to have 3s and 5s from the rest of the boys. Ooh, we coming back with you that. And 5s to wound. Oof, we'll come back. All right, so that was 12 wounds into my truck over there. 4 up armor saves. Making a bunch of those. Failing 5 of them, which is still going to be enough to kill him. Unless I can roll 5 fill faces. I'd say no. Steve's laugh also says no. If I do this, I'm going to woo so loud that everyone else here is going to hear it, and they've all left for the day. So they're going to hear it in their houses elsewhere. Can I do it? Show me 5 fill faces! Or fool me. Oh, I got 3 of them. You kidding me? Oh, gonna be dead. But wait 1 second. All right, so because it is armed with a cache of demo charges, I am going to spend 1 CP for rig to blow. So the guys inside there are just going to rig it to blow, and it just automatically now explodes. It's going to do D3 mortal wounds to each of these 2 units. So we'll go to the ones onto the boys first. D3 mortal wounds. Going to do 2 mortal wounds, killing 2 of them boys, and then I'm going to do D3 mortal wounds to his war boss, with 2 more mortal wounds. All right, so the vehicle is removed. That boy does not hold on. The 3 of them were able to get out. All 5 actually were able to be placed, and then 2 of them died, twisted an ankle, apparently leaping over dem boys in the back over here. So that's that. And they are going to consolidate into my Dubros. All right, then his war boss is going to activate, moving 3, and then pile in and consolidate because he charged, so he can go there. He's going to go back over there. All right, so then 5 of his bros over here can attack into my other rock grinder. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty, wounding on 5s. Getting 3 wounds, that's how you do that. 4 up armor saves. Making 2 of those. 6 up ignoring wounds. No, he takes a wound. And the big chopper. Ooh, all hits, pretty good. Not gonna wound. No, strength what?
Strength 7. Oh wait, you're
7 to 4. Yeah. All right, so now this truck over here is going to attack into my my rugged constructed vehicle over there. So 3 attacks from him. Oh, 3 hits. That's how you do that. Here we go. Strength 8, so wounded on 3s. That's going to be 1 wound.
-1.
AP -1, so a 5 up armor save. Yeah, with that 5. And then this dude, bro, because he's bracketed down to 5 there, is going to have D3 attacks into me. He's going to have 2 attacks.
Still on 5s.
Still hitting on 5s and no hits there. All right, so now my hypermorph is going to attack. He's going to put 2 of his attacks into the weird boy and 1 of the attacks into the boys over here, and he's going to put the tail into the boys. So it's going to end up being 4 attacks because he's got the improvised heavy weapon into his weird boy over there, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits. Strength times 2, looking for 2s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP -1 is going to go straight through, 2 damage apiece, so he is dead. And then the 2 attacks into his boys over there. That is going to be 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. AP -1 is just going to kill 2 of them. And now the hypermorph tail attack over here, hitting on 3s. That's a hit. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. That is a wound. AP -1, so I think it's another dead boy. All right, so now my acolytes are going to attack into his boys. We've got 3 attacks from the leader, 2 attacks each from the other acolytes there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Ooh, that's how you do that. Wounding on 4s. That's also pretty well how you do that. So that's going to be 5. The AP minus extra from that rending doesn't make a difference. That's 5 dead boys. And then we got the 3 cultist knife attacks. That's going to be 2 hits. No wounds. All right, so now my rock grinder is going to put all 6 attacks into this boy squad over here. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, 2 hits. But these are strength 6, 7, 8, 9. So wounding on 2s. That is 2 dead boys. All right, so that's going to be it for the orc turn here. We've got 1 morale test to take over here because he spent 2 command points to keep them alive. And that's going to be his last 2 command points. And then we've got these guys over here who are going to be rolling. They lost 3 guys here, and they are 7 guys in here, but they get the leadership of these guys over here, which is 8. So on a 6, 1 of them will run away. No, they're good to go. All right, so that's it for the turn. We will come back to you with the points scored. Sorry, I also spent 2 command points to keep my Abominant over here because he's pretty awesome. All right, so my opponent scored blood and guts. He happened to accidentally walk away from supremacy, and because of my 2 points of spending on there, it kept him from getting psychological warfare. So that is going to be it for the Orcs turn. We will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. Alrighty, so I drew Secure Objective 6, Big Game Hunter, and Defend Objective 4. So Objective 4 is over here, and 6 is back over there. So we'll see what happens here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. My guys inside there moved out of here, didn't advance, they just moved over here. My my Patriarch advanced over this direction, looking over here. And these guys fell back from combat over here. These guys stood still. And then from Deep Strike came everybody. My Locust jumped in over here with my Patriarch. These guys dropped in over here, spent 3 CP to move them D6 inches closer. Rolled a 1, spent 1 CP, rolled a 2. It's 2 inches closer over here, pretty good. My Primus is over here. He, meticulous planning, chose this guy. The Biophagus has dropped in behind them over here. So did the, what's his name? The Acolyte Icon Ward and my Magus. My Dubro over here stayed in combat. Over here, 5-man squad dropped in 9 inches away from these guys. These guys dropped in 9 inches away from them, along with over by my Sanctus, who stood still. And last, and I mean maybe least? No, not last. Okay, these guys dropped in behind here. And last but not least, my Kelemorph dropped in over here, spent 2 CP so that I could drop in within closer than 9 inches, more than 3 inches away from everyone over there. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so we're going to start off with Mental Onslaught onto his truck over here. That's going to go off with a 9. So now we roll off. He's got a leadership 6, right? So +4 to my roll. Ooh, yep, that's going to be a mortal wound. And a 6 ends it, so just 1 mortal wound. And now my Magus is going to cast Mind Control onto his gun wagon over here. That's going to go off on an 8, so it's 3d6. Leadership of 6, so looking for more than 6 on 3d6. Oh, I've got 0 CP left. Oh, that one smarts. All right, so now these guys are going to fire their pistols into them, starting off the shooting phase, hitting on 4s. All right, getting 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. 6 up save. Yeah. Don't show me a fill face, that'd be rude. Okay, cool, 1 guy dead. My Sanctus is gonna fire into his war boss over there on a 2. That's a hit. He's tough 5, right? So on a 5 to wound. Oh my God, that is the third time in a row he has rolled a 1 to wound. You're a jerk. You're just jerking in pajamas over there. God. My Brood Brothers over here are going to fire into his boys over there. Las guns hitting on 4s. Okay, that's really, wow. Okay, Marin, these guys really don't like orcs. So these are now going to be wounding, though, on 5s. Okay, I will, wow, who? Man, these Brood Brothers are really doing, thank you for knowing what you're doing, as opposed to everyone else, apparently. All right, so we got 7 wounds, 6s.
Wow.
1 mountain. So, wow, 6 guys dead. And then the grenade launcher, we're going to do frag grenade. So that's going to be 5 shots. Holy cow, okay. Wounding on, no, get back here. Oh, that would have been a hit, but it fell out of my hand. So hitting on 4s. Whew, okay, I'll take that. Slightly above average, and 5s to wound. Okay, 1 more wound, but not a save. Okay. All right, so my Kelemorph is gonna fire into his Pain Boy over there. So 6 shots hitting on 2s. So that's gonna be 2 misses. So then I get 4 more shots because of those 4 hits. Okay, 2 misses. Apparently 2 misses is the way to go. These are now going to be strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. That's going to be 3 wounds at AP -1. So those go straight through. So those are 2 damage apiece. So that's going to be 6 damage. He saves 1 of them and then dies. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Hammer Bros over here are going to charge into his battle truck over here. So this is going to be overwatching with the big shooters on 6s, getting 2 hits. Daka?
Yep, 2 more shots.
Getting a 3rd hit. Okay. So that's going to be 3 strength 5.
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be 3 wounds over there. I only took 2 dice. How rude of me. So these are going to be AP nothing. So 5 up saves. Making 2 of those. And then a 5 up ignoring wounds. Getting to reroll wounds, the 1s because of my Acolyte Icon Ward. Into a good old Fear No Pain. And now the big guns coming in. D6 shots. 4 shots. On 6s. Getting 1. Daka. Getting 2.
2s.
2s to wound. 2 wounds there. AP -2. So that's going to go straight through their armor. 2 damage. So down to 1 damage. 5 up, ignoring wounds. Oh, man. Taking 1 wound. Not bad. All right, Steve is being very kind to allow me to do the biophages because I put him there and figured it all out to make sure it happened, and then I got excited about shooting as it happened. So it all happened. So we're going to do it over here. So he's going to do his biophages business. So I roll a d6. All right, so nothing dies, and then I roll a d3 to see what the benefit is to them. On a 6, that is, 1 second. +1 attack. I will take that. That's a good one. Alrighty, so they are moving they move 2 inches closer over there, so that puts them at just over 7 inches away. And then they are Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor, so they're going to have +1 inch to their charge over here. So I need a 6-inch charge from this, please. Oh, double that. They are in. So now my Patriarch is going to charge in, and he is in. Then my these guys are going to charge in. They are in. And then my Locust is going to charge in. He's an 8-inch charge, and he makes it with that. And now I'm going to charge into his Storm Boys with my 5 guys over here. 6 are in range, getting no hits there. So I need an 8-inch charge since they are Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor. And I'm going to make it with a 10. All right, so that is it for the assault phase. We're going to go into the feisting phase. These guys are going to start us off by attacking into his dude bro over here. They are +1 to hit because of the Primus, +1 attack because of what the biophages did to them, meaning that they're going to have 3 attacks each, hitting on 3s, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so that was 13 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s because it is the selected choice of my Primus. Oh, that one's cocked over there. All right, re-rolling 1s because of his selected choice. Also, I gave him, I know you're probably all screaming right now, it's only within 6 inches. I spent the 1 CP to give him the +3 inches to his aura into him over here, so. Alrighty, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at AP -3.
What?
Oh, that's just going to go straight through. So those are 3 damage apiece. So that's going to be 30 damage.
I have 3 more hull points.
He's got 3 more hull points, JK. He did. Oh, you saw that 6. It wanted to explode, but he's dead. So now my Patriarch is going to attack into his truck over here. He's got 7 attacks because he's got the adaptive biomorph, so he's got the +1 attack with the Warlord trait, +1 attack, +1 strength, hitting on 2s. All right, so that's all hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s because he's got +1 strength there. Re-rolling all fails because of Monstrous Rending Claws. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are going to be D3 damage apiece. Oh, we have to see, because these are going to go through. Ramshackle on 6+, so 1 will be 1 damage. And then we've got 4 that are D3 damage. That is going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total damage.
Just enough.
Just enough to kill him. Does he explode? He does not. All right, so he consolidated a bit over towards these guys over here, staying an inch out, but then these guys are going to activate, and they're going to pile in and consolidate into his dude bros over here. All right, so now these guys are going to attack into these dude bros. So they've got 2 attacks each, except for the leader who has 3. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All righty. These are strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Alrighty, so that's going to be 4 dead guys. And then we got cultist knife attacks. Alright, so that's going to be 3 hits. Again, wounding on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds, AP nothing, so 3 6-ups. No, 3 dead. Alright, so now my hypermorph over here is going to attack into his boys. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. 3 hits, wounding on 2s. That is going to be 2 dead guys. Alright, so now these boys are going to activate. We're going to have 6 of them going into my acolytes over here. 1 guy with the axe, the knob, is going to attack into here, as is this guy back over here. So we're going to go with these. These are the ones into the acolytes, right? Alright, hitting on 3s. Ooh, real good there. Wounding on strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. Alrighty, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AP nothing.
AP nothing.
So 6 5-up saves. Making 3 of them. I'll take that. 3 out of 6, 50%. I'll take that. And now the regular boy into the truck first, hitting on 3s. That is not going to be a wound.
And the axe.
And then the axe. All hits.
And 4s.
4s to wound. 1 wound. -1. Ah, with that 6, he's good. And now my truck is going to attack into the boys over there. So 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Pretty good. These are now going to be wounding on 2s, or straight up killing on 2s. So 2 dead guys. All right, so the truck is now going to attack into my truck. D3 attacks, 1 attack on a 5. No. And now these guys are going to attack over here. The regular boys first. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 3 wounds. It's going to be 1 save and then 5 up ignoring wounds. No, he did. All right, so now his storm boys are going to attack back into me over here, hitting on 3s.
Ooh, I like this.
That's pretty good. Strength 4, right?
Yep,
so 3s to wound. Oof. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds over here. So we got 7 5-up saves. 1, 2, carry the 3 to the 3rd receptacle. They're dead. Oh boy. All right, so that is the end of the turn here. So we've got morale tests. My guys over here are fearless because they're near my patriarch. But now we're going to come over here. So these guys lost.
D6 plus 1 are going to run.
D6 plus 1 are going to run. So 3 are going to run away. These guys auto fail their tests.
D6 plus 1
so
are
D6 plus 1 are going to run. And I lost 4 over here, so 4 plus 2 is 6, and they are good to go. So that's going to be it for the turn here. So we'll come back to you with the score, the cards scored by the Genestealer Cult. Alrighty, so I started on getting defend objective 2 and defend objective 4. I did get Big Game Hunter, and I got Spring the Trap, and because I killed his gun wagon there with my Hammer Bros, I get D3 victory points with it. So 3 victory points for that. That's pretty good. All right, so we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Orcs here on turn 3. All right, so he drew Secure Objective 1, Defend Objective 5, Big Game Hunter, and still has Supremacy. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 3. These boys fell back out of combat, as did his truck over this way. These guys moved up over this way, although he stayed a little bit around the corner there. These boys jumped up over this way. He moved up a little bit over towards them. This guy, first his weird boy got out, and then he fell back a bit this way. And these guys all got out of the truck over this way, who then proceeded to back up around the corner to the objective that he had walked away from and gave up supremacy for. So that's going to be it for the movement phase here for the Orcs. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Smite phase. The psychic. I was about to say psychic phase. We'll go with smikic phase. The smikic phase. Smikic phase. He's going to smite into my Keller Morph over here. Getting 6, which is plus 10, right? Or plus 1 because of the 10 there. So that becomes a 7. So it does go off on a 7. I'm going to try to deny it with my Patriarch over there. And I do with an 8. All right, so now his squad over here is going to fire the rockets into here. Shoot it into them. So we're going to go with the rockets first. Rocket Man. That's going to be 1 hit as opposed to the 3 he was calling. That is a wound, though. AP
2.
-2, so that's going to be a 6-up save. Show that Phil first. No Phil face. So it's going to be 3 damage. Looking for 6s to ignore wounds. Show me more Phil faces. Or 0 Phil faces. Cool. And now the shooter into my two bros. 1 hit. Daka. Or as I like to call it, the Big Daka. Big Daka, no wounds though. 10-man squad here is going to put the shooters into my Keller Morph. The rockets are going to go into them over here. So we're going to go with the rockets first. Getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. That is a wound. It's strength 8. So that is going to be AP -2, which is going to go through their armor there. 3 damage, which gets put down to 2 damage. 5 up, ignoring wounds. Knocking over my guy. Dead. Gork and Mork rules. So that is going to be a dead guy. And now all the shooters are shooting into my Keller Morph. Hitting on Wow, who does that?
Let's reroll the ones.
Big Decas? Oh no, that's rerolling the ones. Now we've got some big Deca rolls that we need here.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have 5 big Decas.
Oh.
Okay, another one, and reroll the 1. Another 1 in there. That's pretty good. These are going to be wounded on 3s. Alrighty, so we've got 5 wounds. 5 up saves. Come on, you can do it! Or not! Or just die straight up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's only got 4 wounds. Alright, so now his gun wagon's going to fire the big gun into my truck over here, and he's going to put the big shooters into my dude bros over here. So, big cannon first. Getting 1 hit.
7?
Oh, 7 shots. I forgot.
Yeah.
D6, 2d6 shots. 7 shots. That is, wow, all them DACAs. So 3 more. Getting more DACAs. All right, so that's going to be 6 hits. Strength 8, so 4 wounds there. AP
2.
AP minus 2, so we've got 4 6-up saves. Making none of those. 2 wounds each. So we're looking at 8 damage. I've got 4 wounds left, so I need to make 5 6-ups for him to survive. Do it! None of them! Does he explode? Yeah. I've got no CP, so I can't even do it. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. And now the big shooters over to here.
Oh, 5. Oh, look at these
Okay.
ones.
Real those ones. All right.
And 2 more.
2 more because of them big DACAs. Another hit.
3s.
3s to wounds. So that is going to be 4 wounds over there. AP nothing, so 4 5-ups. Making 1 of them. 5-up ignoring wounds. No, that was going to be, but no, that's going to be a dead and a half. 1 more big shooter from that truck into these guys over here. That is going to be 1 hit. Bad DACA. No, it's still 1 hit. That's not a wound. And now his Gobstopper blunderbuss is going to fire over here. Everlasting Gobstopper is going to get 3 hits. All right, 3 hits. Wounding on not 1, so that's going to... Oh, what's the damage?
Strength 5.
Strength 5, so only 1 damage there. This is going to be AP...
1.
AP minus 1, so I've got a 6-up save.
Smurf wants to kill him.
Come on, you can do it! No, 1 dead guy. All right, so now these boys are going to shoot their pistols into my guys over there. That is going to be reroll 1s to 1 hit. That is not a wound. Oh, yes, it is a wound. Sorry, because they're strength 4. But that's not a save. All right, so into the assault phase, these guys are going to charge into my dude bros. I'm going to throw the demo charges with them. So it's going to be 2d6 between them. So that's going to be 3 shots here. Cool, good 10 points right there. Hitting on 6s. Nothing there. Cool. Just like giant explosions that they're running through like champs. He's going to DACA one of those.
Here we go.
Ooh, okay, less move, but it's still enough to get in. Flyboy is coming on in. And they in. All right, so now his war boss is charging into my dude bros over here. They're going to fire Overwatch. These are the Laz gun and Laz pistol shots. 6s. Ooh. They really don't like orcs. Oh, man. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 5s. But apparently not packing the punch. There's 1 in there.
4.
Oh, he's good. And then we've got the crack grenade from the grenade launcher. No, not going to hit there. So he needs, how many charges? How many inches?
10.
10-inch charge to get in. No, here we go, though. Oh, and he's in! Them flyboys are going to attack into my acolytes over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s.
4 regular weapons.
Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 4 wounds. And they are dead.
3 because of my spell.
All right, so now his dude bro is going to attack into my little dude bros. So he's going to have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s because of it being a power claw. Killing on 2s. That is 3 dead guys. All right, so now my dude bros are going to attack back into his big dude bro. These are going to be 8 attacks because there's 6 guys left with 1 attack each, except for the leader. Tax squig.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, what? Woo! As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we're going to have 8 attacks in there. There's 5 regular guys with 1 attack each, plus the leader who has 2 attacks plus 1 for his chainsword. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, getting 2 hits there. Wounding on 5s. Getting nothing. Doesn't even add up to 5.
I killed him with a...
All right, so we've got one leadership one taste to take over here. They've lost 4 guys this turn, so 4 plus 3 is 7. They are good to go. So that's going to be it for the Orcs' turn here on turn 3. So we'll figure out the points that he scored over here. So what do we got? We got you got supremacy because he's got 1, 2. Where's the third one that you have? Oh, 3 back over here. Oof. Oh man, I thought when you ran your war boss off of here, I thought you had done it again.
Yeah, no, that's what
So he got to supremacy, so that's going to be D3 points for that one, right? So he's going to have 1 point for that one. We did get Big Game Hunter as well for killing my truck there, and started on defend objective 5. So that is going. Do you want to? You're going to keep secure objective 1?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep secure objective 1 for now. So that's going to be it for the Orcs' turn there. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Genestealer Cult. All right, I actually also finished scoring defend objective 2 with my Hammer Bros over here. So I will get 2 points for that. This actually ties us up 6-6 here at the after the top of turn 3. So we'll come back to you again with the cards drawn. All right, so I still had defend objective 6, secure objective 6, defend objective 4, and then I drew supremacy, area denial, and psychological warfare. So we will come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase for the Genestealer Cults here on turn 3. These guys, every single one of these characters advanced up over towards this way. These guys just moved up towards this way. These guys all moved up over this way. My Patriarch advanced up over this way because he can still do that. These guys stayed on objective 1 over here. Back over here, my Sanctus moved back over here, and these guys fell back out of combat with his war boss. And these guys over here had to advance. I needed like 1 more inch to be able to jump on that objective, but they did so. So I had to advance to move them over there. So they won't be shooting, but they'll be on that objective. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so now, starting with the psychic phase, he is going to cast Mental Onslaught onto his truck over here. So it's going to be looking for a 6. That's going to go off with an 11.
I can't.
Can't deny that, or not going to try at least, because I'm going to hold it for my Megas, probably what he does. So now we're going to roll for contested leadership. 1 second. All right, so we just checked. He's actually within 6 inches of him, so he's -1 leadership, putting him at leadership 5. I'm at leadership 10. The only way for him to tie me is if I roll a 1 and he rolls a 6. So on this first one, he has to roll a 6. I have to roll a 1 to see if he doesn't get a mortal wound. Oh, I rolled the 1, but you didn't do it for me. So he takes a mortal wound there. Now, since the only way for him to even tie me is to roll a 6, and a 6 would end it anyway, we're just going to have him roll his dice to see, because a 6 is going to end this regardless. So the second one is a mortal wound.
Second mortal wound.
Third one, there he goes. So he only takes 2 mortal wounds. Well done. And it's situations like that that they changed in the FAQ. And I agree with it, as much as it would have been nice to just be like, boop, you gone.
I've been rolling a lot of 6s.
I agree with it. That sounds good. And of course, he's rolling a lot of 6s, but that's how he rolls. But yeah, so that's why they FAQ'd it. And I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. In a especially a friendly game like this, you definitely it's not cool to be like you have no chance. At least that time it was like you roll a 6. So when I even told him, I was like, so what we'll do is we'll just have you roll until you roll 6. He's like, ooh, that's cool. That sounds like fun. I'm like, there you go. So that's why we do that. So now my Magus is going to cast Mass Hypnosis onto his gun wagon over there. Goes off with a 6.
We'll try.
Does it go off? I'll have to check in a second. Well, it's denied anyway, so who even cares? Auto pistols into them in the shooting phase now. Okay. All right, so now my Sanctus here is going to fire into his war boss. -1 to hit because it's a heavy, so looking for a 3. That's a hit with a fill face. Oh, I needed this right now. Wounding on a 5. 6 will do a mortal wound. Oh, not enough. But at least it wasn't a 1. Bolt guns. Las guns from here, 4 of them, into his boys over there. That is going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound.
Ooh,
6 up. No, dead. He's going to put a wound on the knob. All right, into the assault phase, he is going to charge into both the boys and into the wagon over here. He is got the Amulet of the Voidworm, so you cannot overwatch him here. So, yeah, he's in. So now these guys are going to charge into here because they're engaged over here. They cannot overwatch. They're in. My Locust is going to charge into them. He's in. Dem Hammer Bros are going to charge into his big old wagon over this side. So we're going to come to you with some Overwatch. Here come them big shooters. Getting one hit, Daka. That is not a hit, so one hit, one wound. Strength 4, right?
5.
Strength 5, so that's a wound. But that is a save. And then the big guns.
Only D6 shots.
Oh, only D6 shots?
Not
Why,
the
isn't it
shooting
2? Oh, not the shooting phase, so it's only D6 shots. Gets a hit, though. Daka. Just one hit.
3s.
Looking for 2s, right? Strength 8?
Oh, yeah, you're talking
Yeah, 2. So that's still a wound.
Look beefy.
AP minus 2, so that's going to go through their armor to 3 damage, 2 damage, which becomes 1 damage. 5 up, ignoring wounds. No, that takes a wound, and their charge distance is in. All right, these guys are going to start us off in the fight phase. They've got 15 attacks between them because of the +1 to attacks from the biophages. These are going to be hitting on 3s because they're within 9 inches of my Primus over here. So hitting on 3s. That is real good. These are going to be strength 10, so wounding on 3s. Not as good, but still quite a few there. So that's going to be 3, 6, 7 at AP minus 3. Those are going to go straight through. So that's going to be 21 wounds, which kills it. Does it explode? It does not. All right, so my Locust is going to go next. 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Should have gone before those guys, but I got excited for those hammers. So he's going to have 4 attacks hitting on 2s. That is all hits. These are strength 4, wounding on 4s. And that's 2 dead guys because it's AP minus 3. So because he charged, it's actually 2 damage apiece. So he put one of the wounds onto his knob so that he just killed him outright there, and then one killed another dude, bro. So yeah, so now he's got his hypermorph tail attack. That is a hit. That is not a wound though. So now these guys are going to attack into him. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 3 hits, wounding on or killing straight outright on 4s. That is 3 dead guys. And then the 2 dagger attacks, 2 hits, getting no wounds. And now my Patriarch is going to pile into him over here, attacking into the truck, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, re-rolling. What's his armor?
I'm dead.
Okay, yeah, he is dead. Does he explode? That's right. Those 6s. Does he explode?
No.
He does not. All right, so now these guys are going to attack into me over here. 3 guys hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That's going to be 4 wounds. 4. 5 up armor saves. No, they are dead. All right, so that is going to be it for the turn here. We've got 1 leadership test to take over here. So 3 D6 minus 1. So 2 are going to run away. So 1 guy's still left alive over there. So that is it. We'll come back to you with the cards scored. All right, so I scored secure objective 6, psychological warfare for his failed leadership test there, and I got supremacy for D3. Getting another 3 points for that. That's killer. And then I got area denial, just this regular 1 point for that because they're not within 6, but they are within 12. So that was a pretty big turn. Then I started defend objective 6. My opponent got finished defend objective 5. So we will now come back to you with the cards drawn for the Orcs here on turn 4. All right, so my opponent still had secure objective 1, then drew defend objective 3, master the warp, and secure objective 4. So we'll come back to you after his movement phase. Movement phase for the Orcs here on turn 4. These flyboys jumped over towards here, looking to get all up in my grill over here with my brood brothers. This guy, he advanced over this way, right? But
Nope.
He just moved. He just moved up over this way, looking to crump a couple gits over on this side over here. These guys moved up over this way towards Spiky Boy, which is, I mean, that's impressively brave. This guy advanced from over here. He needed a 6 to jump onto the objective, but rolled a 3, so he's not quite there, but he's on his way. He just kind of stood around, maybe
he backed up
a little bit over here because the Hammer Brothers are coming this way. But maybe increase their charge by enough for me to roll like double 1s. These guys all moved up around this way so that they can hopefully get the charge off onto my dude bros over here without being flamed. That's why they didn't come around the corner too much.
No, they couldn't.
Oh, they couldn't make it around the corner over there. Oh, that's as far as they got. Okay, that's fair enough. I thought they were being strategic. Instead, they were just That's as far as they could get. They were just tired. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase. Into the smite phase, he is going to smite into my dude bros. Does go off on a 7. I'm going to try to deny that with my patriarch over there. Do not with a 5. So D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. So 2 5-up ignoring wounds, because mortal wounds are treated as 1 wound each separately. So here we go. 5 ups. Oh no, take both of them. Dead guy. Into the shooting phase. These guys are going to fire into my hammer bros. Here come the rockets. Red glare. 1 hit.
And
yeah. Hit and 2. So there we go. AP minus 2. 3 damage. It becomes 2 damage. Becomes 2 damage. Dead guy. And here come them shooters. Pretty good. Reroll that 1. And not meant to be. 2 big dakas.
Wow.
Another 2 hits. That's pretty good. All right. Wow. They really are looking to. Everyone's gunning for them.
4s.
Hit wounded on 4s because it's strength 4, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be 3.
Okay.
AP nothing.
Nothing.
Getting no saves. 5 ups. Making 1 of those. Dead guy. Now these guys are going to fire into my patriarch. So here come the rockets. Getting. Oh, what? 2 hits and.
All right, 2 more shots. 2 more shots.
Large daka.
2 more shots.
No. Reroll the 1s.
No.
So that's 2 hits. Strength 8. So looking for 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds. He's got +1 to his saves because of the amulet of the void worm. So it makes him a 4-up invul save over here. So here we go. 4-up invul serves. Oh, fails them both. 1 second. All right, so the locust is over here, which is great because he's now going to use his unquestioning bodyguard, which is slightly different than unquestioning loyalty. What it says is every time a friendly character loses a wound, you roll, and on a 2+, it does him a mortal wound, and he doesn't take the damage at all. So those 2 rockets did 6 damage to him, which would have just popped him in the face. So I'm going to roll to see if he can get it. So I'm going to roll all 6 damage, but only 4 of which can go onto him. So if I roll 6 1s, he's dead. Oh, I rolled 2 1s, which is, I mean, that's all I could have done anyway. So he takes the 4 damage over there. He takes the 2 damage. He is dead. Wowza. And then the 1 shooter into him. No hits there.
Only the shooting phase for me.
This is the shooting phase. Reroll that 1.
Yeah. What the heck? That was.
There we go. All right, so now this dude bro over here is going to use his never-ending gobstopper to attack into my dude bros over here. 2d6 hits, so 7 hits. These are strength 5.
Basically heavy flavor.
So looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 5 wounds. 5 AP minus 1, so 6 up saves. Making none of them. This guy's going to fire his big shooter into my aberrants over here, hitting the 6s because he advanced. No hits. Them sky boys are going to charge into my dude bros over here in the assault phase, so only 4 of them can see him. Hitting on 6s. Getting 1. Not a wound though, so they're charge distance.
Need an 8.
Need an 8, and they're in with a 9. His war boss is going to charge into my Sanctus and the 1 brood brother over here, where the brood brother is going to fire Overwatch. Nope, not going to hit. And then the Sanctus is also not going to hit. Wouldn't have hit even if he was regular shooting, and he's in. All right, so now his boys over here are going to charge into my boys over here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch. I'm going to do this twice because I forgot my dice. So none for the first guy. Only 2 guys can see it, so no Overwatch there. They need a 9-inch charge to get in. Here we go. Oh, wow. What a turnaround. All right, so these guys are continuing to show how brave they are by charging into my patriarch over here. Their charge distance, 8, I think, might get them in. All right, we're going to start with the fight phase over here. So 2 guys can attack in. These guys couldn't make it in, and because they can't create room for them, wobbly model syndrome is doesn't allow them to get up onto there because he didn't get a far enough charge in there. So only 2 guys are going to get to attack. So these are going to hit on 3s.
Okay, like that.
Getting pretty good. 5 hits.
Okay.
That is 5 wounds. AP nothing, right? So 5 up saves. And I'll make 2 of them. Not bad. All right, so his war boss is going to put his claw attacks into my Sanctus, and he's going to put the battle squig? No.
Tax
squig into the 1 dude here. So the attack claws hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Oof. Crumping on 2s. Yeah, I think he's just dead. Yep, D3 damage. Okay, now he's dead. And then the attack squig.
2s.
That's a hit.
And 3s.
That's a wound.
No AP.
And that's a save! He holds the day! Alright, so now these boys are going to attack into my Brood Bros. Here come their attacks. These are from the regular ones.
Regular boys on 3s.
Regular boys, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Ooh, boy. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 up saves. Ooh, making 3 of them. So that is only 3 dead guys. And the big chopper.
Ooh, 2.
That's 2 hits.
And
oh boy! And the big one. These orcs coming in over here. So we've got the regular boys all hitting. Looking for 5s. That is 2 wounds over here. 2. No AP, right?
No AP.
So 4 up armor saves. Oh, he makes 1 down 1.
Okay.
And now here comes the big choppas. Getting 3 hits. Oh boy.
3s. No, you're gonna live.
1. He's gonna live, and that's gonna be painful.
-1.
AP -1, so it's gonna be a 5 up save. Whoa, that went off the table. That was weird. And with the full phase. So now he's gonna hit him back. Go to your 7 attacks on 2s. Ooh, yeah, okay. Wounding on strength 7, toughness 4, so 3s to wound.
1s and 2s. 1s and 2s.
Re-rolling because of monstrous rending claws. Yeah, they're dead. And now my dude bros here are going to attack, so we've got 5 attacks. That is, wow, 4 hits. I'll do that. 5s to wound. 1 wound.
6 up.
6 up save. Down goes Skyboy. Oh, 2 on the knob. He's going to put 1 on the knob. Now the champion of the day over here is going to attack in with his 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay. And now these guys are going to attack back with 9 on 4s and then on 5s. That is going to be 1 wound, 1 save. Dead orc. All right, so we got some leadership tests to take. I lost 3 guys over here. And on a 3, they're good to go because I lost 3. And then over here, he lost 5 of his dude bros. Plus 4 is 9. Oh, he just runs away. And I think that's it for the leadership tests that have to be taken by us, right? Oh, no, this guy over here has to take. These guys have to take here. They lost 3, right? I think it was 3. 3 guys. 3 plus 5 is 8. They're good to go. So that is going to be it for the movement. That's it for the orcs' turn here. We will figure out the what cards were scored, and we'll come back to you with that. All right, so I finished up getting defend objective 6 over here for those 2 points there. My opponent scored Master the Warp, also got secure objective 4. Didn't manage to start defend objective 3 because he couldn't quite get over there, and he also failed to get secure objective 1 because these guys stuck around, and I've got objective secured. So that is going to be it for the turn here for the orcs on turn 4. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn by Genestealer Cult on turn 4. All right, so I drew Blood and Guts, Mission Critical Objective, and Claim Dominion. So this should be pretty cool because Mission Critical I ruled 4.
This is so funny.
This guy is sitting on 4 over here. The Hammer Bros, they're coming to pay him a visit to get Blood and Guts and claim Objective 4 and to get Claim Dominion. So it should be pretty interesting to see how that all pans out. What's up?
How many of them died?
How many of them died? Oh, 1 second. We forgot to do the leadership test over here. So they lost 3 guys there. 3 plus. Oh, no!
How bad is this? No way!
They're dead. Oh, man! That is killer!
No, you should.
That is, I'm serious, their leadership 7 and they lost 3. That makes it 9 to run away. Holy cow. That was a heck of a turn of events there.
What's going on?
Well, wow. Okay. We're going to see what happens now. We'll come back to you after movement phase. Big Papa Patriarch decided, never mind, I'm going to take care of this myself, and advanced around this way. He could still charge, so pretty good. Primus advanced up over there. So did my Magus. He stayed back over here on the objective. He moved up closer to him to see if he could take care of him. These guys stayed in combat over here on objective 1. I've got nobody around this side because everyone is dead. And these guys over here fell back up to the top over here and went into their treehouse, saying no girls or orcs allowed inside of their treehouse here. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so start of the psychic phase, he's going to cast Might from Beyond onto himself. That's going to go off with an 11.
What does that do?
That gives him +1 strength, +1 attack. All right. All right, so into the shooting phase, he's going to fire his needle pistol into him. That is a hit. Wounding on 2, because that's what it does. That's a wound. AP nothing. Yo, takes a wound. Last pistol over here. That is a hit. That is not a wound, though. Shooting's done. Into the assault. Big Papa Patriarch can't be overwatched. He's going to charge in. Oh, he is in. All right, so we're just going to go straight into here. So he got Might from Beyond off. He also has +1 strength, so he's going to have 8 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All righty. These are now going to be toughness 4, right?
Yep.
So he's strength 6, strength 7, strength 8. So wounding on 2s. Re-rolling.
Nah, you got me.
But he's dead. That's all he needs. Yeah, he is real dead. And now these dudes are going to fight back into the orcs over here. That is going to be 2 hits. No wounds. So they're going to attack back over here.
Actually, this
guy's going to pile around here so one other guy can chop up over this way.
But that is, I should have did this last turn, but that's okay.
Okay, so there we go.
Okay, well, let's do.
So it's going to be 3 guys in over here.
Regular choppers.
Regular choppers.
Love
Oh
it.
boy. Oh boy, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yep.
4. Make 2 of them, so still alive. And here comes the big chopper.
Okay.
Oh, 2. Oh, -1. So you're saying there's a chance, is what you're telling me. We need to see a Phil face. Come on. Be the champion the cult needs. You can do it. You know you can. Come on. Show me that Phil face. Oh, man. So close. But you did. All right, that one is about as well as can possibly go for me here. So I started defend objective 4. Scored blood and guts. I also got mission critical objective. Because it was controlled by my opponent at the beginning of the turn, I get D3 victory points for that. Getting 2 victory points for that one. Claim Dominion, D3 victory points for controlling an objective that my opponent controlled at the beginning of the turn. 1 point for that one. That's fair enough. But that was awesome. That's been about as well as I can go. But my opponent also scored secure objective 1 over there. So he gets that 1 point for that. Still pretty good. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the orcs here on turn 5. All right, so my opponent still had defend 3 and then drew defend 2. Mission critical objective rolled 4. So let's see if he can take it back from Papa Patriarch over there. And then secure objective 6, which he has to kill all my Dubros off of over here to get that. So that's going to be it for the cards drawn. We'll come back to you after the movement phase. Movement phase. This guy that was over there that I forgot about moved over this way. His truck moved up over this way, and these boys moved around this way, looking on to Papa Spike Boy over here. And that's it. Everyone else kind of stayed over there onto their objectives. There are not many models left on the board at this point. We started with a whole lot, and there was a horde on both sides, and now we're down to like very few. So that is it for the movement phase. His Psyker is dead, so we will come back to you with the Shoosting phase. Big shooter from the truck into Papa Spikes over there.
Reroll that one.
2 hits, reroll that 1.
Okay.
Still 2 hits.
Your toughness is 6.
5.
Oh, wounding on 4s then.
Wounding on 4, so that's going to be 1 wound there. 4 up save, or 3 up save, but it's still not enough. His shooter from over here, because these are all characters, so it doesn't block it.
Reroll
the 1.
All right,
so that's 1 hit. That is a wound. Oh, and that Phil purse. Now, they are going to charge into Papa Spiky Boy. They need an 11-inch charge to get in. Oh, here we go. He needs a 5 or a 6. No!
Truck's
So
going.
close.
Truck's
Truck's
going.
going to charge in. Is in. So let's see how this goes. 3 attacks.
On 5s.
On
We
5s.
got a
Getting
hit.
1 hit.
All right. We are strength 8.
So wounding on a 3. That is a wound.
Invuln.
AP minus what?
1.
AP minus 1. So he's down to 5 up save. Here we go. I've got no rerolls. What's the damage on this?
D3.
D3. Oh boy.
Or 2. I forget.
D3 or 2. We'll find out soon enough. Oh
Oh, no.
no! Okay.
No. Okay.
So he's either dead
It's loading, or I gotta roll
or it's
something.
D3 and we have to make a roll.
I'm hoping for 2.
He's looking it up. Here we go. He's hoping for
I'm
2.
2.
I'm hoping for
scared.
D3.
It is. It's 2.
There's 2
It's
damage!
2.
He's
We
dead!
got him.
That is Slay the Warlord.
No, I can see.
Oh, man. I can't believe that. Oh. Wow. All right, so cards scored here. He has D3 for mission critical since he killed him.
Oh,
That's going to be 3 points for that one. This is getting real close. So we're going to see what happens here. We'll come back to the cards drawn for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 5. All right, so on my turn, I drew Assassinate, Secure Objective 3, and Secure Objective 4. I don't know how easy that's going to be, so we'll see what we got here. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, he stayed back here on the objective. He moved up here to take care of this one orc that everyone keeps forgetting about. He moved up over here, and then he advanced, rolled a 1, so he just out of range of getting onto that objective over there for Secure Objective 4. And then those guys stayed back on that objective. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. Come back to you with the psychic phase. And we're going to smite. All right, D3 damage. 2 wounds to me. All right, so now my dude bros over here are going to fire into his orc bros. Flamers. Going to get 6 hits. Should have remembered to bring some extra dice over here. These are going to be strength 4, so 4's to wound. Getting 3 wounds. Making 1, so only 2 dead. And then the las guns and las pistol. All right. 1. Oh, I saw it for a while there, but that guy goes down. Pistol shot over here because I'm not forgetting that orc. That's a hit. That's not a wound. Charge phase, he's going to charge over here. That is a hit. Daka Daka. 1 hit. Oh, not a wound. His charge distance is in. And then my Primus is going to charge into him over here. So, big shooters. No hits there. And he's in. All right, so my Acolyte Icon Ward is going to start us in the fight phase. Hitting on 3s. Getting 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound at AP minus 1, so he is dead. So now my Primus is going to attack over here. 4 attacks hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on 5s, right? Not T8,
Yep,
so. Getting 2 at AP minus 3. So that's just going to take 2 wounds there. It's actually AP minus 2, sorry. So 6 ups? No, so he still takes those 2 damage. Swinging that Wrecking Ball right back.
Got a hit.
Getting a hit. That is a wound.
Minus 1.
AP minus 1. 5 up. 1 second. That is not enough. So he takes, what is it? It was 2 damage.
Yeah.
All right, I scored nothing. So that is going to be the end of turn 5. So do you want to roll off to see if we go on to a turn 6? No, on a 2 we do not. So we will tally up the scores and come back to you with that. Alrighty, so we counted out the score. The Orcs, including Line Breaker and Slay the Warlord, scored a total of 14 points to the Genestealer Cult here with 19 points. A heck of a game. So close at the end there where everything was just swinging back and forth. I had that really amazing turn 4 there that just really swung because of Captain Spiky Bits going in over there and just doing myrtleating on there. I scored, what was it, like 7 points or something like that? Yeah, that was the game. That was the turn that turned the game over there. That tied was nuts. It was back and forth, ridiculous awesomeness, a ton of fun.
So good game.
So good, so good. thank you for being such an incredible opponent. So awesome. So yes. So seriously, go check out Steve's channel over there, Mountain Miniatures with an S Gaming. There's more than one miniature in there, so it's Miniatures Gaming that you got to go check out there. Also check him on this small like indie channel that you've probably never heard of called Mini War Gaming. He's on there also. They're up and coming. They're up and coming. You'll see them in a little bit here. So, but seriously, an awesome time. Also seriously, come on up here and challenge them because they are a ton of fun and it is a really great time up here. So, I had a great time. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Steve. And until next time, have fun.